Hi, and welcome to the Up for Ride YouTube channel. I'm Greg Gates.
I'm Mitchell Gates, and I don't normally tell people that because it's anyway. You guys all
right.
know Greg. I don't need to explain why. So tell us why we're here, Gatesy.
Well, about 2014, we started a Up for Ride page on Facebook, and it was because my friends were sick and tired of me posting stuff on Facebook about motorbikes.
I know how they feel.
Anyway, they're not my friends anymore. That's fine. But I started this page, and I actually I had a neck operation, and I lived in a lazy boy for about, I'll say, a couple of months, and all I wanted to do was ride my motorbike. So I was on the old Facey, and anyway, so I started this group, and there were some founding members: Donnie Mitch, John Hinsby, Paul Kelly. Peter Davis, he's in New Zealand now, and I think Rod Fitzclarence, who's a bloke I used to go to school with, like way back. They were kind of sort of founding members, and the intent of the page was to just go, look, Mel Robbie, did I say Mel? Yeah. And was to go, look, short notice ride, you want to go down to the Cafe Pub or whatever, and that's kind of how it started. And over the time, I've met some bloody ripper people.
Okay. Mate, let's get to the heart of the issue. From what I understand, everyone in the group wants to know why you ride a Harley. What's the go?
Well, because if I rode anything faster, I'd probably fall off it. But, you know, the old Harley runs all right. And I know that people make fun of me for riding a Harley, but it's not the first time someone's made fun of me in my life, right?
I would believe that.
Anyway, so I've enjoyed the Harley, and it's kind of like you pay twice as much for half the brakes, half the power, and half the handling. So it's quite a challenge, yeah.
So you get screwed a lot of times riding a Harley.
Yeah.
So, well, that's interesting. So, I don't mind riding the Harley when I feel like a lazy Sunday morning, but I like riding a sport bike. And I've actually just sold my bike because there wasn't a lot of space in here, and I have a proposition for you.
What's the proposition?
The proposition is that we go some sort of split. Let's call it 60-40, or even better, 70-30 in a new bike.
Well, you know, why don't you just let me pay for everything? I have your whole freaking life anyway.
If that's what you want, who am I to
What
stand
sort of
in the-
bike are after?
Well, if I'm honest, I used to have the Z 750, which loved until it was totaled on the side of the road.
So what did you do, Mitch?
Short story, coming home about 300 metres down the road.
You did just short story. You did what? You fell off.
Yeah.
He broke his. I'm going to say he broke his bone up in there.
I broke my backbone, not the bone up in there that sometimes happens from. Anyway, this isn't a PE health class. So, the bike I'd love is a Kawasaki Z1000. I think they're great value for money. A lot of low down torque from what I've read. And
Hey, I've got to say, Mitch is the research king, right? So when I bought this, I just walked into a Harley shop and went, I wanted something understated. I went, I'll have that one.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know how many horsepower it didn't have. I didn't know anything about it. I just go, that looks like it'll do. But Mitch researches everything.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
So I'd love that.
So the Z1000?
Z1000. What else? I mean, there's BMW, the S1000R.
Right, so you're going a bit of a naked
I want
feel?
upright, yeah. I'm a big bloke. I don't want to be putting my back out on some leaning over rice rocket. So,
Right.
what do you think?
Oh, well, mate, you know, if it's not a Harley, I don't. It's a push, but let's go on the journey. We'll have a bit of a look. And
How about I sweeten the deal for you?
Yeah.
I'm constantly hearing you say that, you should have seen me. I was giving these sport bikes a run for their money. If only I had another 50 horsepower, I'd be killing them.
You've only got 50.
But this is your chance.
Yeah, that's true.
We
that's
can get
true.
a bike with 140 horsepower.
That's true, because, you know, like the Simon and the Kevin Tracy, mate, he just rips me all the time. He's always behind me, but he always says that he's not. And it would be interesting to have a bike that went a bit better than the Old Faithful.
Well, is there any terms that you want to put out there before we do the gentleman's handshake on this deal?
Well, I think the 30-70 is okay if I'm 30 and you're 70. I already got 2 motorbikes.
That's correct.
So,
and Lord knows you overpaid for both of them, seeing as they're Harleys, but...
I have paid for them. Well, no, I'll go you 50-50 and let's go on a hunt.
All right. Well, where do you reckon we start? New or used?
Well, I'm a fan of just find the one you want and pick it. And if it's brand new, good, no one's scraped the pegs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's fair. In anticipation of you being so eager to join us on this, or join me on this journey, I've actually lined up some ones to look at tomorrow on Gumtree.
Okay.
So I reckon
good things are bought on Gumtree.
Exactly. So I reckon we hit that, and then I've actually seen some new ones up at Bryson. So
all right.
You keen for a
let's
session and then go to Bryson?
Let's go to Gumtree, and
All right.
It's not new, but you never know what you get with Gumtree.
Exactly.
And certainly the Brysons, or if we like something, we'll do the deal.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us for our first episode. Our intention with this channel is to make content related to Up for a Ride as a group and the things that happen there. And our first series is going to be on the purchasing of this 50/50
New
bike.
bike, 50/50. I'm glad we're 50/50. And look, we'll do other things. We might we'll do a few product reviews. We might even get a few cheeky roosters to do a beverage review. I know a few people who would be doing that.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, and a few bike reviews, and we might even do a garage review. I know a few really cool sheds. So Donnie Mitchell's got a good one.
Yeah.
Jordan Raper, he's got a beauty.
Yeah, we've got to go there.
There's a few good sheds around with a few good toys in it. So anyway, take it easy.
Thanks
We'll
for
catch up
joining
soon.
in.
Cheers.
See you, bye.
Bye.